And that's on God. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Fourth entry out of 4. Hope you're doing well. Today, we have another entry from April 11th, 2025. Don't worry, this one is more upbeat than the last one. In regards to the rest of my day, and yes, I am referring to that last entry, it went well. I woke up at 5 a.m. to finalize a project that was due at 8 a.m. We got everything submitted just in time. There was also a paper copy submission due at 11 a.m., and we turned it in no problem. I took a 2-hour nap after that, though, as 4 hours of sleep wasn't going to cut it for the day. At the dance performance, I saw a girl I have a crush on, and I managed to sit next to her. Throughout the performance, we talked about each piece and what we thought about it. I'd say the only thing that I should have done is made more eye contact. Besides that, she seemed to enjoy my company. My friend performed 2 dances, and they were both upbeat and disco themed. I loved how in his second dance he played the part of a man trying to get with any woman that he could on the dance floor. He then got rejected by each girl. He then retaliated a bit with a dance move, only to be met with an unpleasant crowd of female dancers. My rating for this dance is a W Riz. Overall, my friend's performance was the highlight of my day. Thank you. I appreciate that you have invited me to your events, and I will continue to show up when I am able to. Now it is I who must exit stage right. Peace. Oh, it was so good. It was a great performance. It was amazing. He can bust a move. I love that he chose dance as his therapy. He freaking owns it. My friend who does it is a great guy, and I'm so glad that he invites me to these performances because it does help me get out and socialize with people. But I didn't expect to see like a girl I had a bit of a crush on. It was mainly last year that I had this crush, but I still see her in the halls. I still think she's cute. It's like still have a crush on. When I was going to this dance performance, I made sure to use my smiling tactics from a couple videos ago that I talked about. And I was surprised at how much things were actually able to, in a sense, go my way. In that when I got there originally to the venue, I didn't pay for a ticket, so I scanned the QR code and I tried to log in to be able to pay, and for some reason it was bugging out. And because I was like one of the last people in there, I kept smiling. Obviously, I had to show I was a little bit frustrated. I was like, this isn't kind of working. The ladies there, they just were like, oh, you know what? You can just go in. And I'm like, oh, sweet, thanks. So I think smiling helped out a little bit. I mean, it was a little bit just luck, I guess, as well, with the fact that I was one of the last people there and that, no one else is around to kind of see it. But that entire time that I was sitting for the performance, I was able to sit next to someone who I think is very attractive. And I was able to actually talk to them about something other than, engineering, what I study. I mean, we don't have a lot of classes with each other. We only had a couple years ago, maybe. And so you got to figure out a little bit more about her, say hello to her friend, which was her roommate, ask, why are you guys here and whatnot. For me, I feel like I got some good practice in with, conversing with girls. It's always hard for me to do that because I don't like my brain blanks on what I should talk about. And I know it could be about anything, but in my head, I would like it to be something that is at least a little bit productive, or at least like tells me something about the other person. Because if I'm trying to figure out, whether or not I really like this person or not, I need to find more out about them. What do they do, who they are. And so for me, trying to figure out something to say that maybe initiates a conversation to get that information, not only from them, but for me to give it to them about me, it's a little difficult. I feel like there's not a whole lot of things you can do. It's not like I don't want to lead with like, hey, do you watch anime? Because I feel like that's like, don't get me wrong, I love anime, but at the same time, I feel like some people, and I don't know, my crush might not be into it. She'd be like, no, and then she might get this idea of, oh, this guy watches anime, he probably watches it because of, I don't know, insert stereotype for anime here. And so it becomes like a hit or miss thing, and I don't really want it to be a hit or miss thing. I'd rather it be a more general, like, life question. One question that I asked a long time ago, and this was in a previous video, was if you had 7 things that you could do for sure before you die, or like achievements, what would they be? And I got a girl's number because of it. And so it's very hard to think of those questions, but I'm glad this dance performance that my friend invited me to allowed me to, have some sort of insight of, what did you think it meant? Or what were your thoughts or feelings on this particular dance? And so the rest of my day, I think, was a W. I would say for sure. I mean, turning in a project that is due early in the morning and you get it just in time, like that's great. And then also taking a nap if you need it. I usually don't take naps, but I really needed one, so I was glad I could do that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. This video is a little bit shorter than the last one because I don't have much else to ramble on, but I will be uploading more videos this week. Yay! It's because I have these 4 entries here, unless if I've spread it out a little bit more. That way I can have a bit of a backlog for things to slowly drip feed. However, I feel like this next upcoming week will be also informative, as we will figure out what in the world happens with that friend in me, and if we decide to no longer play video games with each other. You can check that out. That was the last video that was posted right before this one. But besides that, I hope you guys leave a like, subscribe. We're at 302 subscribers, which is crazy. I can't even think about it, but we might be able to hit 1,000 sometime, not so soon, just sometime. We'll hit 1,000 sometime. I feel like if I do this for long enough, enough people will catch wind of it at least and enjoy the very raw and very real life, I guess, that is my own. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.